This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway.
Ready? White 25. Chip. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
First down, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A huge play there on the screen pass. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, stop.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
We're going to work.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Here's Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
45. Mike, 45.
Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Easy. 45. Check Mike, 45. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Whitehead. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
All day, every day, any day.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the 44, Winston, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Calais Campbell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
That's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a first down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go, I got you.
First and 10
Under.
38-yard line.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on second down. Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
Ready? You ready? Mike Popo. We own it.
On play action, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Calais Campbell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3rd down. 3rd and 10.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Back to you.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
You don't know no better.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
Second and 5 now. Foles, blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Ready? Check. Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, 26 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
What we got? 45 is the mark. Time to go, night-night.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Fournette, a first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready. Black 25. 54.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Let's go, right?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll rifle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Exit. Check 24. Check 24.
Now Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A quick throw complete to Chark. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Be alert. Easy. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 45's the mic. Bravo. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
12. 45. Mike, 45. So we got man. To go.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Calais Campbell, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Third and long for Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Calais Campbell, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game? You are. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And Blake has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch that in. 4 down. Check.
Hey, exit.
45 the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
He'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 22.
Kill.
They'll run with Fournette. Levante David in on the tackle.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he powers his way up past the 30. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Silence.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
45.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the pass. 45.
They'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A run with Ogunbowale. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Check out route. Hot, hot. Mike 50. Wait.
They go again with Ogunbowale. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Hey. High 7. Hey, sound one.
Now Foles. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On 3rd down, Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mike 5-4.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Check 9, check 9.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A handoff to Fournette. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing.
Here we go. Watch 7.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Here we go.
Here's a give to Fournette. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
44, 46, 44. You ain't going nowhere. Bofo's the mic. Mike Bofo.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Wait, that's
Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Winston on 4th down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Jameis now 9 of 17 through the air. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and now it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One last shot now for Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation